Quantum cores are online.
Hello, hello, it's Maria. I'm a reporter here with WDW Magazine, here to take you on another magical escape. Tonight, I am coming to you from Worlds of Marvel restaurant aboard the Disney Wish. It is the second night on my rotational dining, and I am about to head into this show/dinner. So, without further ado, I'm going to get inside and get my table. So I'm here this evening at Worlds of Marvel. Worlds of Marvel is a dinner show of sorts. It is a virtual dinner show, though, so if you have a kid in your party, I would recommend giving them the seat that can see the screens that are around you the best. But no matter what table you're at, no matter where you're seated, you are in view of a screen, so you won't be worrying about missing any of the action. This is not a dinner show, in my opinion, that disrupts your meal at all. It is kind of interwoven throughout, and because it's on a screen, you can really talk through it if you don't want to pay attention to it, if you're here to connect with family and really engage in conversation, or if you really want to pay attention and key into the story that's happening here. Definitely pay attention. I've been here before. It is usually really fun. Even for me as an adult on a Disney cruise, I think the story is funny and fun. So I'll be showing little glimpses of what the story is as we go throughout the meal here this evening. All right, so I'm here in Worlds of Marvel, and I want to start off with the bread service this evening. It is a marble bread loaf, and when it came, I thought that it might be like pumpernickel and sourdough and different types of bread, but it is definitely food coloring. That does not take away from how fun it is. That's one thing about Worlds of Marvel, is that everything here has a theme. We have a quantum core here on our table that's going to come into play later. So you'll notice that all of the foods have like a fun twist on them, and this one is definitely the color of this roll. I thought this was a white bread at first, but it is definitely like almost a Hawaiian style roll. It is much softer than the other dinner rolls that were in the basket with it, and it's got a bit of a sweetness to it, almost like a Hawaiian dinner roll. So I really thought it was good. I love Hawaiian rolls and rolls like that. It was nice and fresh. It was very soft. But also in our basket, we had like a whole grain style, multi-grain. There were lots of different seeds in it roll, and also a plain dinner roll as well. So in case anyone's put off by the colors of that marble loaf, there are some other options in the basket as well.
Tonight, through the power of quantum science, we will show you how together we can change the world.
Yeah. Now, look, don't worry, kids. Quantum science sounds overwhelming, but trust me, it is.
Target acquired. Quantum cores are online. Prepare to push your buttons.
Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, activate! Pretty sweet, right?
Oh, stop.
Oh, what is that? Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So tonight is Pirate Night on my sailing. This is a 3-night sailing on the Disney Wish. There are 3 restaurants in the rotational dining. So to ensure that you don't miss either of the 2 shows here at Marvel or at Frozen, there is not a Pirate Night menu, and also your wait staff will not be dressed in pirate attire. If you had a 4-night sailing or longer, usually you'll repeat a restaurant, but the menu will change to be a Pirate Night menu, and your wait staff will dress in pirate clothes. But to ensure that you don't miss out on any of the show elements or any of the menus that were created for these specific restaurants, that will not change. You will not have a Pirate Night menu on a 3-night sailing. Our food has arrived here at Worlds of Marvel, and I'm actually going to start with the entrees and then come back to the starter. You'll hear why in a second. So I want to start with the entrees. I got 3 entrees to try here this evening. When you are aboard any Disney Cruise Line sailing, you've already paid for all of your food in advance. So if you see multiple things on any menu that you want to try, if you want 3 appetizers and 1 entree, if you want no appetizers and 3 entrees like I got this evening, you are more than welcome to do that. If anything you want to try on the menu, feel more than free to order it, because you can order as much as you want at any of the restaurants here. That includes dessert. So kicking things off with my entrees. My first one was the Golden Mystic Pasta. This was caramelized scallops, angel hair, chardonnay, lemon, saffron cream, roasted vine tomatoes, and Malabar spinach. Overall, the first thing I tasted with this, I guess it's because of those scallops, was an overwhelmingly fishy flavor. Everything down to the sauce, even the little bit that I tasted on the side, was very fishy. This is not one of the signature dishes of this restaurant, but I wanted to give it a try just because of the uniqueness of the ingredients. The plating here looked great. The pasta was cooked well, and the sauce itself is a very, very thick, rich sauce. Overall, though, it was a little bit too fishy for my taste, and were I to come back to Worlds of Marvel in the future, I would skip this one and opt for something else. Next up, I got the ricotta gnocchi dish. This is fontina cheese, caramelized grape tomato confit, broccoli rabe, and arugula pesto. These are very large gnocchi dumplings that come in this, and at first bite, I could tell that they did this exactly right. I love gnocchis, both potato and ricotta, so these ricotta gnocchis, really well made. The cheese flavor came through phenomenally. It isn't a light cream sauce, however, the basil flavor and the olive oil that they have kind of drizzled over the top of this really packed a punch of flavor. Really, really tasty. The broccoli rabe was nice on top. I was able to cut it up and kind of incorporate it as I ate it. And the tomatoes were a nice additional flavor as well. But the star of the show here are the ricotta gnocchi dumplings. Absolutely fantastic. If you're somebody who likes gnocchis, these are really, really soft, pillowy, melt in your mouth gnocchis. I am absolutely loving this dish here this evening. Huge, huge improvement from the lemon pasta. So don't shy away from the pasta style dishes in general here at Worlds of Marvel, because clearly based on this gnocchi dish, they can do it really, really well. And I also decided to try the vegan option on the menu this evening, the shiitake tofu udon noodle dish. This came with udon noodles, baby bok choy, tofu, red onions, kombu, enoki mushrooms, and miso shiitake broth. This dish overall really had a myriad of flavors happening through it. There was a crunchiness that came from the carrots, of course a softness that came from those udon noodles that were really buried underneath, but there was a large amount of them when I really dug down and got into it. There is a mushroom cap on it. You gotta kind of cut up the bok choy and incorporate this dish, but once you do, the broth is nice and salty. It comes with a chili oil and red chili flakes on the side, which I appreciate, because if you're somebody who does not like or appreciate heat, you're not gonna wanna put that in. I like and appreciate a little bit of heat, so I threw both of those things into it. I actually dipped every bite into the chili sauce, into the chili oil, and that was really, really tasty. It added a nice kick to it and a nice textural contrast with that chili oil as well. This is another one that I think is really well done, and I like that every bite's different of this. So if you get a little bit of the bok choy, a little bit of the noodles, a little bit of the tofu in one bite, you might get carrots and tofu udon in another bite. So every bite is unique and different, and this was a very hearty portion. A lot of times I feel that they give you just a perfect portion of the entrees here so that you can experience the appetizers, entrees, and desserts. This was large, this tofu udon noodle, so keep that in mind if you're ordering it. I'm not at all complaining. I love a filling portion of something, but this was really, really big and really filling overall. This and the gnocchi, fantastic items here tonight at Worlds of Marvel. And the reason that I waited until now to talk about the starter is because I did a little bit of research ahead of my cruise. I looked at all of the menus for all of the restaurants before I got on board, and to be completely honest, none of the appetizers here were jumping out at me. I wasn't thrilled to order anything that I saw on the appetizer menu. However, last night, this is my second night on my cruise, last night at my first rotational dining meal, I asked our server if I could place a pre-order for some grilled vegetables. He said, no problem. What vegetables do you want? Do you want them prepared with salt and pepper and olive oil? Do you want them curried? Do you want them with Korean spices? They gave me a whole slew of options for the grilled vegetable plate that ended up coming to the table. I went classic, olive oil, salt, pepper, a little bit of seasonings. They brought me a ton of different vegetables. They also threw on some tofu for an added bit of protein to it, which I thought was really cool and really unique of them to do. So my point being, and the reason I saved this starter portion for the end, is because if you're in the same boat as me, if you don't see something that you like, or if you want to order something maybe that you don't see on the menu for your next night, talk to your service staff the night before. Night before being important. It's difficult for them to do it when you sit down because they do have a lot of it pre-chopped, pre-ready to go. But if you let them know the night before, there is a 99% chance that they're able to make whatever you want happen at your dining rotation. The service staff goal is to make sure your experience is top-notch and exactly what you want. So don't be afraid to talk to them and ask them if there's something that you want. I am living proof right here with the grilled vegetable appetizer tonight at Worlds of Marvel that you can and should talk to them because they're extremely accommodating.
Just stay sharp and watch your...
Oh my god!
Oh, what? What is it?
Someone's like sick. Like good sick, not like seasick kind of sick, which I'm totally feeling right now.
All right, on to dessert here this evening. While dessert was being served, Spider-Man actually came through the restaurant. I mean, I wore the right shirt here tonight for Spider-Man, but tip, when you see Spider-Man come out, if you want a picture with him, turn your camera onto the selfie mode and have it ready, because he can't and will not stop. He'll run through, he'll pause briefly at your table, but he won't stop for a whole family photo session because he's got to make it through the restaurant. So have that camera facing selfie mode and ready to go. On to dessert here. I got the signature dessert this evening. I got the cheesecake bite. This had fresh berries, strawberry jelly, and whipped cream. This was a classic cheesecake on a graham cracker crust. So if you like cheesecake, this is a good option. The strawberry jelly and the fresh berries, especially that jelly, added a little bit of tartness to it, a little bit of a different flavor there. But this really just tasted like a classic cheesecake to me with a graham cracker crust. Not really much more or less to be said about it. If you know what cheesecake tastes like, you can have a pretty good idea of what this one tastes like. I also got the subatomic sticky date pudding out here this evening. This is the dessert to get. I mean, I don't like pudding, so I was a little bit put off, but it came to the table, and it's honestly more of the texture of a cake than a pudding. It's much more cake-like. It comes with fresh vanilla bean ice cream, and that with the salted coconut macaroon that's like flat underneath on the bottom of the ice cream adds a crunch to the whole thing. This thing was fantastic. I wish I could have this every single night of the sailing. I loved it. I would honestly get this every time that I came to this restaurant. And just to keep with my tradition here on Disney Cruise Line, I did get a Mickey bar on a stick off the kids menu. You can order dessert off the kids menu if you want to. Like I said earlier, your food's already paid for. So if you want to grab a Mickey bar and have a few bites of that too, go ahead and do it. Overall, really fun show here. If you're a Marvel fan, we got to see Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, the Falcon / Captain America, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and then Spider-Man in real life. That was really, really great for Marvel fans. The show's really cute. We shrunk down the Disney Wish. We blew it back up to size. Really cute show overall, and really fun environment here in Worlds of Marvel tonight. I really enjoyed it. And that is going to do it for me here this evening at Worlds of Marvel aboard the Disney Wish. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks again for following along. My name is Maria, and I'll see you in the next magical escape.
Start your WDW Magazine membership and escape to Walt Disney World every single month. This large format, glossy magazine is filled with tips, secrets, history, and so much more. Become a member and don't miss another month of magic.